Ladies and
I
gentlemen,
haven't been on
may
Lake
I have
Michigan
your
since I was a
attention,
kid.
please? The Lake Express high-speed ferry will be docking momentarily, and the boarding process will begin soon. We ask all passengers who will be driving a vehicle on board to return to it at this time. Please remember, we ask that only drivers board with the vehicle if possible. Thank you for choosing Lake Express, and enjoy your trip.
This thing accelerates faster than my van. I don't even think I'm kidding. Ordered me a cheeseburger.
Milwaukee terminal. At this time, I would like to ask only those passengers who brought vehicles on the vessel to return to them with everyone in your party. Again, if you brought a vehicle on board today, you may head downstairs with everyone in your party. Also, those passengers who brought motorcycles and bikes on the vessel may begin removing their tie-downs. Please be careful and use the handrails while transiting the stairwells to the vehicle deck. Do not start your vehicle until asked to do so by a uniformed crew member. We thank you for traveling aboard the Lake Express tonight. We hope the rest of your travels are safe and enjoyable.
Well, this is what I went after. It's dirty now. The guy had it all nice and cleaned up. It's a 2010 Silverado 1500, and it has the 5.3 liter in it. It had about 163,000 when I picked it up, and so I rode the Lake Express over there. I'm gonna go in here where the sun's not shining and making a mess of the backlighting and all that stuff. I took the Lake Express from Muskegon, Michigan, over to Milwaukee. We'd been looking for a while for a truck. I really like the minivans, but it doesn't make sense because I use the minivan as a truck. So if you get a nice minivan and then you're putting stuff in it, you know, all the junk that not junk, stuff, treasures. I don't want to make the van all dirty and stuff and risk breaking things in there. So I said it would only make sense to get a truck and still be able to pull a trailer for all the other junk needs. And just felt like giving up. I mean, we found some really awesome deals over in Chicago, and couldn't get the people to message me back for nothing. And then this one popped up here. There was a really nice one down in Indiana, and the guy owed more on it than what he was even asking, and it was a nicer truck than this one. But this one, the guy was asking $13,000 for it, and I noticed it had been on Marketplace for 7 weeks, so I offered. It seemed like it took forever for him to answer back, but he finally said he would take it. And you know, it's risky making a purchase like that where you're going to stuff a bunch of money in your pocket and then travel, especially on public transit. Well, you're on a boat, so it's not like a thief is going to go far if he robs you, right? My brother met me on the other side. He lives about an hour away from Milwaukee, so he was waiting. Took me to the guy's place, and very nice man. The truck looked great, sounded great. We were in kind of a bad part of Milwaukee. I said, where are we going to go to count this money, you know? He said, well, we can go and sit in my truck. So we did, and he counted it out. I'm glad I didn't have to do all that counting, because I have to count so much and write it down because I lose it upstairs, you know, up there. And but that's just me. Most people, I think, can probably keep that stuff in their mind. Let me put this down. Well, so anyway, I got a good deal on it. I was going to say how much I paid, but my wife said you probably shouldn't, just to save yourself from grief. Because you got people saying, oh, you paid way too much. And I know I didn't. In fact, I looked at Kelley Blue Book, and I don't know, you know, I know car dealers, they don't even use that, but everybody else does. And it was, I bought it on the low end of what the the range was. Anyway, I got a good deal on it, and she corrected me also on the mileage. I always flip it around. I say 163. It was 136,000 miles. So I drove it home, and it was a long trip. I was by myself, and I got tired. I pulled over and slept at a gas station for a while, and then I was awake and did good the rest of the trip. Got home about 3 o'clock in the morning. This was all about a week ago, a little over a week, probably a week and a half now. It was cold when I went over there, so I had the heater on the way home. Shortly after that, it got hot and found out that the AC didn't work. So my neighbor threw a can of refrigerant in there. It's ice cold AC now. Now all I have to do is find out where the leak is and get that fixed. It'll be good to go. So I think that's all I got to say about all that. Oh, I know what I was going to say. It's risky purchasing a vehicle the way that I did, but I trust that God helped us. We didn't just go racing into something and just had to have it and went and bought it. That's not the case at all. We are very careful. We learned many years ago about going that route. We would see something that we wanted and we went out and got it regardless, and it wasn't always a good purchase. So we prayed about it, and we didn't have anything holding us back. I walked on that boat, both pockets loaded with cash. So my wife suggested, why don't you take the train? I said, are you kidding me, with that kind of money in my pocket? And I figured on the boat, if someone's going to rob you on the boat, all they can do is run around in circles. So I let the people know, the boat people, you know, the workers, wherever they are. I let them know. I feel like I'm too far away. Can you hear me? I got you propped up on my pegboard. So anyway, I didn't have anything to worry about. Everybody on there just kept to themselves, did their thing. It was the very first day the boat opened for the year. And man, I'm telling you what, that thing goes. There's another ferry up north of us in Ludington, and that thing's slower than snails. This here one, it picks up and goes pretty good. I made the comment that I think the thing accelerates faster than our van, pretty close to it. And I was pretty surprised. 2.5 hours to get across. I didn't time it. That's what they estimate per trip. In the summertime, they will start in Milwaukee, come over, pick up a load, take them back. I think they make 3 trips across in a day. Maybe 4. I don't know. I'll probably never go on it again. It was boring. I slept most of the way. Halfway, I was going to get up on top and go do some videotaping. And well, you've seen out the window, there's just a short clip. I didn't video very long because that old lady sitting there, I thought maybe she thinks I'm videotaping her. So I only did a short clip. But you've seen water, you've seen sky. You've seen water, you've seen sky. So there's no way I could have walked around up there without falling over. There's no way I'd make it up the steps. There's no way I would have made it to the steps. So I went right back to sleep, and I needed it because I knew I had that long trip back home. Well, you know, glad to have it, and that's all there is. So we'll see you on the next one.